Okay, 3 packages. First one has this thing. And Right Stuff. And yes, cardboard. Seat out of the way. Knights of Sidonia and that thingy again. And last but not least, I guess we'll try pulling on this thing again, assuming I can get a good hold on it. Still sticking. Oh gosh. This is stupid. It's not ripping through, and there we go. And then these also arrived. Well, let's begin with this. Make a little pile here and start going through it. So I decided to go ahead and get the collected works of Hayao Miyazaki, because some people point out there were a couple shorts on here that I don't think I have otherwise. So I'm like, okay, fine. A lot to pay for just like a couple shorts, I think. But oh well. So that's sticking on there. Guess I'm not going to try and insert that. And then we've got this thing that it looks like it's glued together there. So maybe, do I try to separate it, or do I try to slide this off? Feels like it's sticking over here, so I can't help but think that there's some glue or something. So maybe I am supposed to open it up here. Okay, there, it's sliding off. It's not glued, it's just stupid piece of crap. Let's see, it's kind of hard to see all of them. Let me take that receipt that just arrived and turn it inside out, because then we can use that to look. We got Howl's Moving Castle, Porco Rosso, Princess Mononoke, Delivery Service, My Neighbor Totoro. Why am I having trouble identifying that? Ponyo, Lupin the Third, Castle Cagliostro, Nausicaa the Valley of the Wind, and Spirited Away. So I'm guessing those are the actual films in here. So let's take a look at how this is structured. Pretty sure I have all of these on Blu-ray already, but oh well. Castle Cagliostro. So I'm guessing these are in order, because next is Nausicaa. Castle in the Sky. Of course, that's the one I probably didn't put together immediately. You can see here the discs are in there. Porco Rosso, Prince Mononoke, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Ponyo, and oh no, The Wind Rises was, what's that not on there? Huh. And then we got bonus features. Lots of quotes. And in this book, that's a good amount of text. I see there's stuff about the individual movies, but we'll go ahead and save that for whenever I decide to dive into that. Next up, we've got Sword Art Online 2, Volume 3, DVD and Blu-ray versions. Let's open these up. And I didn't see anywhere on here where it actually said what region all the Blu-ray discs in there are, but they are probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they're A only, because this is Disney we're talking about, I think. Is it Disney? Disney. So we got Blu-ray, DVD versions. I guess we'll go with the DVD version first this time. So we've got artwork in the background, stuff. I think this is pretty basic. The proof of purchase, the little questionnaire. And then for the Blu-ray version, definitely a little more to it. First of all, much nicer box. Obviously, we got 2 disc cases. The question of what they are is answered by, I cannot see from here. We've got Volume 2 and the limited edition, original soundtrack 2, limited edition Blu-ray. So here's the Blu-ray. It looks a bit like the DVD, yes. I think that's everybody's weapons. That's actually kind of cool. And hey, this is the soundtrack. Those are the tracks. There we go. I see text there, but it's kind of hard to read with the metallic. But it's a neat effect. I think that might be similar to the previous image. Oh, look. We've got, is this a book or a poster? Looks like it's a book. So I recognize that picture. That was on all the other things. It's probably related to whatever the story is about to turn towards. And I don't recognize some of this stuff. Looks like we got some postcards. It looks like the artwork that we're already seeing here. Oh, look, it's the same damn artwork again. This time related to a card game. Play the Magic Madoka Magica. And then the standard proof of purchase stuff. Blu-ray, and now we've got Dramatical Murder Complete Collection, DVD and Blu-ray versions. Blu-ray is region A only, and look, it's dubbed. That's kind of cool. I'd say that makes it a candidate for being put on soon, because I do want something dubbed, but I've been making such slow progress on Itakus, and I do want to keep going on that. Not a big fan of dropping series. I like to give them a chance to dig their own grave. Those are the 2 discs here, and on the Blu-ray version, oh crap. Ah, got it. The standard Sentai tab is closed stuff. No. Are those the same? Looks like the same artwork for the first discs, and the second discs are the same. The Blu-ray up there. Oh look, another DVD Blu-ray release combination. This is Durarara, second season, volumes 2, DVD and Blu-ray versions. I think DVD, Blu-ray. I'm trying to see if I can see the volume 1s. They should be in the piles next to me. It feels like those were recent, but it must not have been that recent if these are already out. Not that Aniplex is particularly slow, but artwork. So we've got 2 discs. That says DVD, that says DVD, so we got 2 DVD discs with episodes 7 through 12, so 3 episodes per disc. Got a booklet of some sorts. Postcards. Feels kind of thick. I've just not been opening those lately. Then your standard questionnaire, proof of purchase. That's the DVD version. Blu-ray version. Let's see. Looks like a lot of the same stuff. You got 2 discs. 3 episodes per. Oh, there's also an OVA 4.5. I'm not sure what to make of that. It looks like the extras are mostly the same. Of course, the proof of purchase is for the Blu-ray instead of the DVD version. We did look at that, right? They look very similar. Oh well. Last but not least, Dragonar Academy, which I think is Funimation. Look at that. This is why we check, because on very rare occasions, it's regions A and B. This one. Oh, there we go. I was having trouble parsing. It says it's got English audio, so it is dubbed, which is something we definitely need to check for Funimation releases, because they do have this tendency to. I mean, they're mostly dubbed, but we have seen a couple more recently that are not. And I'm not sure if this is the thing. No, whatever. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make this all fit together, because this is a different way for Funimation to release stuff. This, of course, seems pretty standard. They really like using that artwork in a lot of places, don't they? To be fair, it is very tantalizing. Let's see. DVD. Blu-ray. Blu-ray on the loose. Now it's in its place. Interesting. So, it also came with 2 pieces of artwork. Now that's different. Something tells me this is a very, very ecchi show. I think I missed one there. Intriguing. And since I do like to keep these, I'm actually going to put that here, because the back of those kind of makes for a nice back for the entire thing when I do this. Assuming I can do this. Okay, first get those in, then get this in. Voila! Okay. Yeah, just checking around. That's this week's anime DVD collection update. So I guess I'll talk about the anime I've watched, which is not a whole lot. Only a couple episodes of Itakis. It's not bad. It's okay. I, again, want to finish it, but it means that it's a 25-ish episode series, and I've got 20 more episodes to go. So I guess all those things that I could have started watching today that are dubbed and I could just have on in the background, no, I can't do that. So instead, I'm going to continue working on Oedipus. Where did all the time go? Well, I guess I've been zoning out a bit. I did spend most of Sunday playing Team Fortress 2. It's been a while since I played it. It's fun to revisit the game. But outside of that, I mean, there was the Attack on Titan mangas, and then there was a lot of nothing. So I guess the real thing to talk about is the Attack on Titan manga. And it's hard to say how quickly things would be adapted or not adapted, because like I said, the first 8 volumes more or less cover what was in the series. I say more or less because really there's ever so slightly more. Like, I think I mentioned that the second Attack on Titan series I think is underway, and they previewed the first episode at some sort of anime convention. I saw that little preview. And contents covered in that preview is actually in Volume 8 before the things in the end of the series that was the end of Volume 8. What was beyond that? I don't know. And this was all in preparation for Volume 17 coming out next month, which will come with Issei's Journal. And Issei's Journal is actually a side story chapter included in one of the manga volumes. So I already know what's going to happen in there. And if you haven't seen it, then and you haven't read the manga, then I'm kind of curious how they're going to do it. In fact, I'm really curious how they're going to do the stuff after where they went in the manga, because I would consider the stuff they covered in the manga kind of the strongest in terms of what probably drew people into the Attack on Titan universe. And what I mean by that is that the stuff beyond that isn't bad by any chance, or by any stretch really, but I'm trying to think how to describe it without revealing too much anything spoiler, because if you've not read them, then that would just be a dick move on my part. So what can I say? It's been very interesting. It's definitely going to be longer than 16 volumes, which is obvious because there's a 17th volume already pre-ordered, right? And I think in Japan there's more than 17 out. I think Mal might have gone up to 18 or 19 or something like that. Which would mean that the US release isn't actually that far behind the Japanese release, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. And I'm trying to decide. Obviously, where Volume 16 ended, that would actually be a pretty bad place to end this series unless you're going for super big cliffhanger, maybe. I think from a narrative perspective, I'm not sure if that makes sense. So it should be interesting to see what they do with the next of this stuff, because they definitely introduced some additional Titans, of course. But like I said, the kind that are introduced in the stuff that's been implemented are just kind of awe-inspiring, I guess, and terrifying, and I'm trying to think if some of that feeling is different. It could also be that just reading the manga, in my head, I would play the music in my head, because the music really made the anime. And I was actually surprised just how faithful a lot of the anime stuff was. Really, it's just right there near the end where things differ. And in terms of where things ended up, it's pretty in line with the manga. But in terms of character development, I have to wonder. Maybe part of the problem there is they wanted to add an extra degree of intensity to the ending of the series that did come out, so that it would feel like an ending if that's where it left off. And taking that into account, I don't know, I'd have to think about where all the chapters ended. I know for a long time there, it seemed like every individual chapter was a single episode in the anime. So it was, I mean, that's how faithful it was. And so if you thought that the anime was interesting despite externally you saying, you know, this is kind of a slow pace, well, the truth of the matter is it's kind of how the manga's paced as well. The only difference being that you can cover it about 4 times faster, I guess. But I don't know. It was very interesting. It's been a long time since I've read any manga, so it was good. And obviously, if y'all have ever seen my anime list count, y'all know that I don't have much at all. In fact, the only other thing I have marked is Alien 9, and that one's because that was a blatantly incomplete, but also not terribly long and involved and invested thing. And if you've ever watched Alien 9, then you'd probably be curious what happened, because it gets messed up kind of quick, even though it doesn't seem like it would. Oh well, that's stuff. Oh, that's where one time when I did rewatch Wall-E. It's a good movie. But yeah, things have just been slow, tiring. But it's Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving dinner. I've got all the materials prepared to produce my own. And I've been pretty close before, but this is the first year where I've decided. I don't know. I think I'm babbling. I should probably end the update here. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving and a nice week.